Hello and welcome to day 21 of the 100 Days Consistency Challenge. We're 1/5 of the way now, and that's great. Over the last 2 days, I spoke about friendships, and I really want you to check those videos out. So if you haven't seen them, check this link here. Today, I want to talk about something closely related to friendships, but before I do that, let me read a quote for you. I think a good friend to me is all about trust and loyalty. You don't ever want to second guess whether you can tell your friends something. This was said by Lauren Conrad, and for good reason. It leads very nicely into what I want to talk about today: loyalty. Loyalty is defined as a state of devotion and faithfulness to a person, a cause, a religion, a nation, a belief, etc. The key words there are devotion and faithfulness. If you check many national pledges or anthems, you will hear words like loyalty in there because it's very important. It's actually a foundational principle upon which you can build any form of further interaction with a person, a business, etc. For example, Nigeria's pledge is: I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, etc. So loyalty is very critical. And I want to share with you three characteristics of loyalty. The first one is honesty. As a loyal person, you have to be honest. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. You have to not hide things from whoever you're dealing with. Everything that is needed to be known needs to be put on the table. Honesty is not telling white lies, or honesty is not having veiled expressions and leaving people to guess what is. A honest person is truthful through and through. A honest person is not pretentious. A honest person knows that they value the relationship or the interaction so much that they don't want trust to be eroded. And honesty is a foundational value that leads to loyalty. You will consider someone who has always told you the truth, who has always been very straightforward with you, as a loyal person. But that's not all loyalty is about. The second quality or characteristic of loyalty that is quite important that I want to share is boundaries. Because a loyal person is committed to a certain set of values, it's very natural for them to have boundaries as well. In fact, something of a litmus test for people to check their loyalty is to see if this person has boundaries. Are there things this person will never say? Are there places this person will not go? Are there extents this person will not push beyond? If you see a person like that, you can most likely find a loyal person in them, or you can most likely find loyalty in them. So boundaries, they're very important in friendships, in business, in interactions with new people, strangers. Having a set of lines that you will not cross, not because you're not open-minded, but because you have a commitment to certain principles, certain values, which will define you as a person. So if you're looking for a loyal person, check for their boundaries. I like that quote. If you're looking for a loyal person, check for their boundaries. If they do have boundaries, then they're likely loyal to something. The third characteristic of a loyal person, of course, is presence. They are present in the moment. So picture this: a person who has just suffered very huge social media backlash, and he is under attack from different voices on social media. At that point, the section of that person's friends who reach out, who still want to keep in touch, who are not ashamed, if necessary, to stand up for their friend, that subsection of people that do that, you can call them the loyal ones. Now, loyalty is not stupidity. It's not just putting your neck out for someone unnecessarily. But if you're friends with a person, there are reasons why you've been friends with that person so far. So if the person is facing a difficult situation, perhaps they said something they were not supposed to say, or they did something they were not supposed to do, as long as it's not criminal, for me, I will put the boundaries at criminal activity. But if it's not a criminal activity, if it's something that was more social, maybe a gaffe or a misdemeanor, I believe if that person has been my friend up till now, there must have been something I saw in them that kept our friendship alive. And if this was a honest mistake, this is a test of my loyalty. I should be able to reach out, try to find a way to resolve the situation, try to point out where they have missed it or where they need to improve, and be able to stand by my friend in that moment of difficulty. But that's something that interestingly has been seen to be lacking in newer generations. And when I say newer generations, I mean later generations, because newer, that's a funny word to use. But especially among the Gen Zs and maybe Gen Alphas, there seems to be sort of a very quick cancel culture and just see people flipping sides so easily, that quality of loyalty seems to be lacking. And this is one thing I think is very important in building great friendships and generally as a principle for living. So I want you to check yourself. Are you loyal? What are the values you're committed to? And how have you been showing up and being present in defending those values? This is my learning for day 21. I'm pretty excited to make this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 22. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, tell friends about this, share this to 3 people. I'll see you tomorrow.